Yes, people, we are here for the Crystal Palace versus Liverpool preview. Make sure everything is up and running. Got my stream on here so I can make sure it looks decent and presentable. Let's get straight into it. So obviously, Liverpool do play tomorrow against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, the 12:30 kickoff. We'll speak a little bit about the game, team news, predictions, scorelines, etc., etc. But why not? Don't we kick off where we left off against Sheffield United? Speak about that team that played on. I don't know why that hasn't popped up, but yeah, I can always just type it in actually. Sheffield. Yeah. Sheffield United. Liverpool. Share this tab. Obviously, that's the stats. This is the team that did play on Wednesday against Sheffield United. Obviously, Ngoya, Kelleher, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Gomez, McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz. I do think going from this team, players who I do think who will probably definitely start is going to be like Kelleher, Trent, and Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate. I think you're going to see a similar team to Sheffield United, honestly, with you. I think Salah come off, so he's definitely going to be starting. Diaz is going to start because he came off. McAllister, apparently he's fine. He's just picked up a little knock, like it was like he has to have like stitches on his leg, obviously, where the bruising and everything else that happened to his leg against Sheffield United. I mean, we should have took him off the first time when he went down because obviously he got that nasty tackle, and as he was going down, he got clipped again, which just took him off that time. So we're lucky enough. With us leaving him on, it didn't actually make it worse, which is a positive, really. But yeah, we did beat Sheffield United, and obviously, as the form table is looking, it's looking good for the Reds right now. As you can see, the table right there. Liverpool do sit on second. Obviously, Arsenal on top by 2 points. Aston Villa in third on 32. Man City in fourth on 30. Big games this weekend. Liverpool do kick off first out of the 4 teams who are people saying are in the title race. People saying, is Aston Villa in the title race? I mean, they're up there, so until they're not up there, they technically are in a title race, really. I mean, people said Spurs was in a title race a couple of games ago, and now they're on 27 points, and they're 9 points off behind Arsenal. So, and they've got a tough game against Newcastle, so they could potentially go like beyond 10 points, which is kind of mad. Like 4 or 5 games ago, they was top of the league. Now they could potentially be like 10 points behind, which is absolutely mad, to be honest with you. Obviously, Arsenal have Aston Villa and Villa have Arsenal, and that's a first against third. So hopefully Aston Villa can do us a favour. No disrespect to Aston Villa, I just do think over time we are going to finish comfortably above them. That's no disrespect to them. I just think the fixture list is going to catch up with them, especially when it comes to that European stage. We're going to see how much that depth is really going to be tested, especially if they do get injuries to the likes of Ollie Watkins, Leon Bailey, and Diaby, etc., etc. Pau Torres as well, really quality centre-back this season. I think he's been one of the most underrated centre-backs this league. People talk about Saliba and Van Dijk this season, but I think Pau Torres has actually been solid as well. But let's talk about Crystal Palace, though, because that is the name of the title. Tough game against Crystal Palace. You know, a lot of people say they are our bogey team, but if you look at it in recent times, I think we can get the recent scores up, I believe. Obviously, this is the form that's going into Liverpool. Have won 4 out of the last 5 in all competitions. One win for them only. You know, obviously, they lost to Everton 3-2, lost to Luton, West Ham 1-1, Bournemouth in midweek. They started really well, Crystal Palace, at the start of the season under Roy Hodgson. They were playing some good football. They were playing some good football at the back end of last season when people thought they could potentially go down. He comes in for Vieira, who was potentially going to take them down. Roy Hodgson was just going free-flowing football. It was actually really good to watch for once because, we're seeing Roy Hodgson's a very pragmatic, play safe defensive manager, and he was playing some really good football last season. He was playing some good football at the start of the season, but that's kind of like tailed off a little bit now, and in the past couple of games have not been as great. Losing to Luton, Everton, and Bournemouth, especially teams that are in that relegation zone. Liverpool should be beating Crystal Palace, but the equaliser for them, the goal back, is definitely the 12:30 kickoff. I mean, if you look in recent times, Liverpool have had their number on Crystal Palace, but if I remember correctly, we beat them 7-0 at 12:30 a couple of years ago, right before Christmas, I believe. Yeah, the 19th of December 2020, we beat them 7-0, and I remember that was our 12:30 kickoff. So, it's been a while since Crystal Palace have actually beaten Liverpool. They did take a point off us last season. Lucha scored an unbelievable goal in that game. Darwin got sent off against Anderson, so there's going to be a bit of thingy there. And obviously, the last game was 0-0. I remember we should have had a penalty in that game. And no, that was one of the worst performances of the season. I remember it was absolutely shocking. We could have played for 500 minutes. Liverpool wouldn't have scored, to be honest. But obviously, this is a head-to-head. Crystal Palace on 4 wins to 3 draws to 16 wins for Liverpool. They do sit 14th in the league table on 16 points. As I said, they did start off really well, and now I do think Crystal Palace will stay up. But the thing is, if you're a Crystal Palace fan, though, you have to ask yourself where do you want to go in a couple of years' time? Because you've been in the Premier League for a solid time now. I think you've been in the league for at least about a decade now, and they've never really flirted with Europe. I mean, they've been close to relegation a couple of times, but they always finish around that 13th, 14th spot. And, I know they're building a new stadium and they have some quality players in the past. They've got some quality players now as Eze and Elise as well. They've got some quality players all over the pitch, Crystal Palace. And I do think if they have another season like this, they are going to lose the Mitchells, Elise, Eze. Oh, what's their centre back called? For God's sake, I've had a mare. Oh my God, what's their centre back called? Anderson's decent. I'll definitely take Anderson. I think he was solid last season. Oh, what's their left-sided centre back called? Oh my. I've had an absolute mare. It'll come to me. But yeah, Gay, that's it. Gay, left-sided centre back. Gay. I had a mare there. But this is the predicted 11 that's been predicted by Foot Mob. In Kelleher goal, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Jones, Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes, and Diaz. And as for the Palace team, you've still got Ayew there, Schlupp there. Wow. I mean, Hughes, they signed recently from Watford. Ward is still there. Klein, oh my God, he's fucking Christ. Klein was a solid right back for Liverpool. He was just made of Weetabix. He had twit legs. If you can actually say consistently fit, he was actually a solid, decent right back in the league. They think they'll play him. According to this, they think he'll play left back in this game. I do kind of agree with the starting 11 for Liverpool, but yeah, why not? Let's get into my starting 11 prediction. I do think it's going to be Kelleher. I do think it's going to be Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, and Tsimikas. Obviously, Gomez played left back last game, and obviously Matip is injured. You know what? I think we have to go with Konate. I think we'll rest Konate against in the Europa League next week, though, because we have got to keep Konate fit, because otherwise we're down to Joe Gomez with centre back, and Joe Gomez mistakes him in centre back. He can put in that solid performance as centre back from time to time, but for me, I prefer him at right back. When he's at right back, when he's played for right back for Liverpool over the past year, he's actually putting a solid 7 out of 10 every time. When he's at centre back, he brings me a couple of nerves. I'm not going to lie to you. The midfield I think it is going to be that midfield. I think Szoboszlai had a really good performance against Sheffield United. I think he's good defensively, good tracking back. He's creating a couple of chances. Obviously, he scored as well, made it 2-0. Really tidy finish, good touch, bang, top left corner, lovely finish, lovely touch. really nice goal. I do think it will be that front three of Diaz, Nunes, and Salah, because obviously Diaz and Salah came on. Obviously, Nunes in about 20, 30 minutes. I do think he is going to play this game. So I do think that is going to be the Liverpool team. I'm going to run you through it again. I do think it is going to be Kelleher, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Szoboszlai, Endo, Jones, Diaz, Nunes, and Salah. I won't mind, potentially giving Szoboszlai a rest for Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott's been really good this season. If anyone that's watched Liverpool consistently, they would definitely vouch for me. Harvey Elliott has really been good this season. I think he's massively improved from last season as well. So, especially as an impact sub, by the way, he's been really good as an impact sub. And when he's played and when he started as well, he's actually been good. The only thing is with Harvey Elliott, I feel like where he just needs to improve in his game is try and chip it with a couple more goals and assists. I know he got that assist against Luton. He scored against Wolves, which he did get chalked off as an own goal. So every time he will get the odd good assist and goal. And he's got a banger in him, I've seen him take a couple of free kicks with England under 21s. Scored a couple of good ones at Goodison Park a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he has got a good strike on him. He can score some nice goals, Harvey. He scored a cracker last season against Wolves away in the cup. So he can score bangers. Harvey hasn't got that in his locker. But that is my lineup prediction, score prediction, 12:30 Palace away. We've got to keep things moving. We are one of the first teams to play this weekend. I think, we are 12:30 kickoff. I'm going to go... I think we're not going to keep a clean sheet. I think 12:30 Palace, they've got to be up for it. Liverpool at home. Palace 1, Liverpool 2. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. I think it is going to be a cagey game, Last couple of games have been really cagey. And one thing I want to see improved on is defensively a good defensive performance, because I thought Joe Gomez was shaky against Sheffield United. I thought Konate was very shaky against Fulham, making the odd mistake. You know what, Konate, right? This may be a wild take, but I think Konate is starting to become Billy Romero, Maybe not with yellow cards and red cards, but the clumsy tackles he's starting to make, the rational tackles he's starting to go into. It's a good before long where he starts picking up a couple of more yellows and a couple more reds, and that's just one thing Konate just needs to stay on his feet, because he is a solid centre-back, Konate. I'm a massive fan of him. Van Dijk, captain this season, has been brilliant. I'd say at least 70-80% back to where he was a couple of years ago. And 70 to 80% of Van Dijk can win you the league. So, and obviously we'll speak on a bit about Endo. Endo's been good, the past couple of games. Scored against Fulham, really good when he came on. Good against Sheffield United. 2-3 back-to-back performances for Endo. So hopefully, he might get the start tomorrow. But that is my predicted team. Kelleher, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Jones, Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes, and Diaz. But I wouldn't mind seeing Harvey Elliott. Score prediction again, 2-1 Liverpool. I'm going to go with... I think Salah's going to score. He does score against Palace from time to time. And I think he's going to get his 200th goal this weekend. And I think... You know what? I'm going to back Darwin to finally score. It's been a while and he's been eager to score in this past couple of games. He's missed a couple of chances, but I think Darwin is going to score. It's going to be 2-1 for Palace. I'm going to say Edward. Edward's going to score. He's going to score a tap-in. There you go. Yeah, you're only scoring a tap-in. 2-1 Liverpool. And that will potentially put us first in the league above Arsenal. I do think Liverpool will be top, by the way, on Christmas Day, because I do think we are going to win our Premier League games up until Christmas. We should be beating Palace. Realistically, we should be beating Man United at home, I'm sorry, but Man United have not played well despite being in 6th place and 3 points off Man City. And plus, they don't draw games, and they never beat us at Anfield. So I do think we are going to beat Man United, which is next weekend. Then obviously, we've got Europa League in midweek, and then we've got... Let me have a look at my feet. What is it? Is it... No, it's not. No. Is it West Ham in the Cup after, I believe? I believe. Man United, then yes, West Ham, and then Arsenal. I think we're going to win all our games up until Christmas, by the way. That is my prediction. And that will put us top on Christmas Day. And hopefully, if Arsenal can drop points against Aston Villa, there could potentially be maybe a 4-point gap. Because if we beat Arsenal, That puts us above a point. Then, if they potentially drop points to Aston Villa, it could be maybe a 3 to 4 points top on Christmas Day. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be a lovely Christmas present from Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool tomorrow. We will be doing the match reaction. We're going to be doing the watch along for the Aston Villa game versus Arsenal. I will be busy when Liverpool are on, but I'm going to be watching it still. I've just got stuff to do, but I will be watching the game. 2-1 Liverpool. People have a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully, Liverpool win, and yeah, it's going to be a good one, man. I can feel it. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, and yeah, it's going to be a good one. Smash a like, subscribe, take care, and I will see you all very soon. Shit.